Hey everyone, Jim here with the Plamo Network. Today we're going to take a look at the Governor 1.0 and the Governor 1.5. Now this video is sponsored by our friend over at the Gunpla Hermit Shop. They sent over this one, which was a festive one during Halloween, and I really appreciate it. I do love me some Jason Voorhees. Now you may be asking, what are the differences between the two pawns? If you're not familiar with Hexa Gear, it's kind of a strange universe that's incomplete, I would say, but they're still making tons of kits for it and more governors than we can even speak of. Most of the governors are called pawns. They're very small, I would say, in comparison size, around the same size as the old G.I. Joe figurines. If you needed like a specific kind of scale, they are 1/24th of the size that they're supposed to be, and they're generally around 72 millimeters. This one here runs for about anywhere from 1,500 to 1,900 yen, or about $15 to technically $20. And this one runs from anywhere from 2,000 yen to 2,400 yen, which is about $20 to $24. As you can see, both boxes actually sport completely different artwork. This one's done by a different artist. Let me see if I can read that name. This one's done by Hiroyuki Kani, and this one's actually done by the designer of both of these, which is Magura. I couldn't find any more information about Magura themselves. I was trying to find their artwork to maybe put a link in, but I kept finding different artists, and I don't think that's them. I'm not sure if they have a page or if they do anything outside of creating the design for the governors and some of the mobile units for Hexa Gear, but let us know if you find anything. Both of these were sculpted, in their mechanical design was created by Yuichi Kuwamura, sorry if I butchered your name there, and Yuta Itoyama. Both of those did both of these designs. And actually in this one on the back, it has a preview for this one. So they had them pretty much lined up. One came out almost a year, about 6 months after the other one. So they always had this one planned. Now the parapawns, they're basically created to look like humans. Their purpose is to infiltrate the Liberty Alliance in the storyline. But again, the Liberty Alliance and so on and so forth, there's so many factions. The story's really incomplete in the Hexa Gear universe, so hopefully they get to justify that a little bit later. So with that being said, a little bit of lore regarding the Parapawn or the pilot itself. They are an artificial organic material, basically kind of like cyborgs, to say the least. They're not actually human. So the Lat Mirror comes in like a bunch of different appearances, which is why you have this form as well as the bunny mask form. So think about it as like an android, which is the Parapawn, and then they have like consciousness and memories that are stored internally as data, allowing it to be imported and deleted before the Parapawn's like next assignment. So kind of like that one movie, I can't remember, the action movie, where they were deleting his memory and then giving him new ones, and then he finally figured it out. I forgot the name of that movie. But yeah, basically they're sent out for the mission. They're to complete it, return back, and then they wipe them, and they have to do it all over again, or get sent on another mission. The differences between the kits, other than the mask and the looks, this one is actually made from PVC, which is polyvinyl, and this one is actually PS plastic, which is polystyrene. Polyvinyl's more like what they use for plumbing, medical equipment, kind of like a harder plastic. Polystyrene, you would be familiar with more like cups, more importantly, a very strong like wrapping plastic. So it's interesting that they changed the material completely. I know they did for this one because a lot of people had some problems painting the PVC on this one because it was so smooth. Flipping to the side of each box, they did also change the box art, and you can kind of see what the kit comes with. They're completely different. Obviously it shows here that the one comes with the daggers, and some swords, but the other one comes with more accessories, which is why the one on the right is actually more expensive. On the back of the packaging, you can see that they're completely different. One's actually riding on the technically mobile suit that it's supposed to go with, but you can use the governors on any of the Hexa Gears, they all fit. And one is on a motorcycle, which is pretty cool. I haven't seen that motorcycle, maybe I'll get my hands on it. Alright, and then the last side of the box, you can see that it looks like it comes with a few different items. This one looks completely different in this shot. This is the unpainted sample, as you can see there. And just some information, if you want to scan those QR codes, it'll take you to the Hexa Gear website. I will advise that it is still very confusing. The updates between the two, the head part now looks more realistic on this one than the previous model. Of course, this one includes the rabbit mask that you see there. Upper body was actually previously made with PVC material on this one, and it's been modified again in the new version. There was a lot of gripes with this hand style, so we'll figure that out in the review. And this one's got a updated modified hand, so that way you can display the weapons a little bit easier, better to hold, so on and so forth. They even redid the actual runners for these. I know that the molds were completely redone. This one was the PVC, this one's the PS plastic. They were both completely redone. There were some modifications to the weapons and just some overall improvements. So that's really good to see. I'm glad that they kept, that kind of love and drive that they usually do with Kotobukiya to kind of make sure that that quality sticks. All right, we're gonna do a double unboxing, I guess. So I'll go ahead. There's not much in either. I'll go ahead and just open this one first. That way we don't mix them up. Here is a untranslated Parapon lore, if you want to pause that and translate it at your own leisure. And on the back, we have that 1.5 artwork as a preview. And this is really nice. This is pretty much a postcard. Up next, we have the manual. Really short manual. Couple pages here. Looks like only a few runners. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 showing there. And that's not if they have double runners. The bags are interesting because the kit is so tiny. They're actually stuck together. So that's kind of like one bag but four. Then this has two bags, looks like a brownish style, and then some of the purple for the body and the armor. Then some white for the armor pieces and the brownish color for some of the weapons. And it does appear that the weapons are unpainted. Most of them are brown, which they don't look bad, but if you wanted it to have a little bit of difference, you may want to pick up some silver paint. And then on the back of the manual, you can see some really nice art of the Parapon Lat Mirror, as well as the color guide. I'll try to get a better shot of that, just in case anybody wanted to pick this unit up and the paints that go along with it. Alright, let's go ahead and unbox the 1.5 version. We'll just go ahead and turn to the side. Now this one, I think it does it. Yep, it does. Give me a moment here. Let me get this tape off. Alright, gave that a little quick cut. Opening on the top there. Let's just pull everything out at once. Nothing else in there. This one has a little bit of a thicker manual, actually. Feels thicker. There's another order sheet. Put that to the side. And yeah, this one's definitely got more runners, as you can see there. It's got some other stuff on the inside, looks like some more head items. On the back, we do see the same artwork that was on the postcard style, but instead of the lore on the top, it just has a quick color guide, and looks like it's showing it in a pretty cool pose with the rabbit mask. Here's our first bag. Looks like a bunch of different sets of heads. The second bag looks like the neck piece or the collar maybe, and the chest. Inside this one we got some of the armor pieces, looks like the knee, and I'm guessing that's either the legs or the arms. Up next we do have the weapons inside of this bag. And let's take a good look at this bunny mask. Looks like there's a few different ones that are unpainted. Hopefully I'll be able to get these looking pretty good. I'll do a little bit of panel line just to make them pop a little bit. I am not the greatest painter or customizer in the world, so hopefully this won't be an issue. Here we have some more brown pieces. These are essentially the joint pieces for the kit. On the other side we do have a booty. That is quite the booty there. Definitely didn't miss squats for like 5 years. Here we have a similar kind of multiple hands. So this is what they were talking about. Looks like some of the weapons, looks like that gun blade are already in the hand. And the same on the other side. Inside we have the katana again in those brown pieces. These will need to be colored if you want the accuracy for the weapons. And then this runner A here, just more of those armor pieces. Alright, that's the unboxing for both the 1.0 and the 1.5. I know I didn't cut them out of the plastic. Most of the Kotobukiya you don't really need to cut out and look at until later on because these are very small. Not only that, I didn't want to mix up the pieces, so we'll build these simultaneously and see how different the quality and everything of the kits are. This one's supposed to be heavier, this one's supposed to be lighter, this one's supposed to be more stocky and less flexible. This one's supposed to have a lot of flexibility and look more realistic, so we'll check that out in the review later on. If you want to pick up a governor of your own or just interested in Hexa Gear at all, be sure to check out the Plamo network. Message me on Discord, GN Gym. We're on there on the Gunpla network side. Since we're the same network, we just keep it there fresh on the Discord, which will be in the link in the description below. Also, don't forget to visit our friend and sponsor of the video over at the Gunpla Hermit Shop. They're always doing a great job. If you wanted to pick up one of those, go ahead and visit over at the Gunpla Hermit Shop. This is Jim with the Plamo and Gunpla network, and don't forget to keep building.